All right, we are live. We are ready. Here we go. So, first and foremost, let me start this call off with a congratulations to each and every one of you that made it onto the pre start of Team Royal. A lot of work went into making this happen. Most of it is your efforts. A lot of people want to give me the praise of it, but you have to understand without the people, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So I want to first congratulate and thank each and every one of you that did take the opportunity to take a position. Now we're going to take off and run into the wilderness of abundance, total abundance. Like I told the owners of our sister company, Team Royal, they were, taken back by the amount of people that came in and took the position and did what they were supposed to do. There's a lot of awards that need to be sent. So, one thing that I would ask from each and every person that signed up and that will sign up, please get one, or I would say between one and three selfie pictures. A nice, beautiful smile. You can do casual or business attire, whichever, however you want your image to be seen. Me, I'm just an average person, so I do average clothing for the most part until, things change. But for the most part, please have at least three selfies together and an outline of who you are, where you work, and where you're going to retire from immediately. Jokingly, of course. But have that information ready because when I start loading and when A Promise Delivered launches, I'm not going to have time to come find you to get a picture. So do me a favor and get that part ready right now. So three selfie pictures, a background of yourself, like where you work at, um, how you found out about Team Royal and us or the family, which I affectionately call everyone. Just do a little background on yourself. You don't have to say too much, just maybe three, 4 lines just to explain who you are, what you do for a living, because we want to see if we're able to retire you early, like years early. That's my objective. I want you to be able to do and be who you want, when you want, how you want, because you'll be abundant. You won't have to run and punch a clock. Okay. So have that put together. That's number one of many before we get into this call of loading, because I'm going to cancel or turn it off because we're not going to record that part. But what I'm going to go into is the second thing. And the second thing is after you've done your bio, basically, that's what it is. Couldn't grab the word at the moment, but a short bio. There's going to be several documents that I'm going to email to you. Okay, I'm going to email them through the new mailing system, which I'm creating at the very moment. As soon as this call is over, I will complete it. It's just been too many calls today for me to finish it, but it will be finished tonight. Now, I'm going to email it to every email address that I collected over the past week. It's close to 200 emails. Some of you might get it 2 or 3 times. Just disregard it and fill out one set. So if you're on like 4 or 5 of my notepads with emails from the top to the bottom, you might be in there once or twice. When you get the email to go to the website, disregard all the rest of them. Just go to the website. There's going to be 2 forms. They're going to be named. One's going to have Team Royal on it. The other one's going to have A Promise Delivered. These are the mailing lists. Okay. I need you to fill those out. If I'm pretty sure most of you are participating in both, but if you're only participating in Team Royal, just fill that one out. Leave the other one alone. Okay. But if you're participating in both, fill them both out. You may have to fill one out and then click submit, and the page will redirect or whatever it does. I don't know because I'm still building it. We'll find out in a minute. And then fill out the other one and click submit. Okay, so it's 2 double opt-in forms. That means when you put an email in that box and submit it, when I do an email, whether there's links in it or not, it's going to come into the inbox. The problem we had with the load system, the live load and all that was, I want to say about 40 people missed out on this opportunity because they did not look in their spam folder for the emails that were sent since last week. Okay, at least 40 emails are going to miss out on this portion. They can still join. It'll be on the other side. Okay, so there's still time to get in if you didn't make it on this side, the early side. So a lot of people are upset. Well, is the time's up now and I'm not going to get in? Yes, you will. Yes, you will. And I'm going to explain in a minute. So fill out those forms and make sure you submit those as soon as I can get it together and get it out to you. Like I said, some of you are going to see it 2 or 3 times. Just disregard the other ones. Fill it out once and be done. Do not double fill these forms. Okay, these forms are going into a spreadsheet and an email service. Fill it out one time. So take your time, put in the information requested, and click submit. Okay, if you want to change the email, change it before you submit the form. Okay, I do not want to go back into the form. Oh, I wanted to use this email. Get that together before you fill out the form. All right, fill it out with what you want to use the first time, one time. Okay. Reason why I say that is because of this next part. Now, when we go over to the other side, that's on the promise delivered side, and you are granted those 2 extra positions in Team Royal. That information goes on the spreadsheet. I need you to collect the information properly. And I'm going to do a demonstration on how to do that when I start loading, or the loading side. I'm not going to record that because it shows sister company and I don't want to violate what they asked me not to do. Don't record any of our stuff on your videos. I can greatly appreciate that. So I'll show that after I stop the recording. Collect the information, proofread it, make sure it's right, and then send it one time. Once, not, oh, I forgot to put this. Let me do the form again and send it again. When you do that, you're on the spreadsheet twice or 3 times in between people. Don't do that, please. The way I'm working the spreadsheet is from the top to the bottom, starting with the timestamp of the first person and working my way down. If you're in there 2 or 3 times, I have to delete you. It moves people. It makes a mess. Submit it once. If you have a problem that you need to fix after you have submitted the information the first time, call me so I can fix it and not have another entry that I have to go find and delete. Okay, it messes up the count, because even though I delete you off that you was in there 2 or 3 times, it still keeps the count of 3 positions, and my numbers are wrong. I'm thinking I got 200 people. I actually have 140, or you know what I mean? It's still going to say 200 whether your multiples are there or not, which I don't understand. If you take it out, it should take it out of the subtotal, but it doesn't do that. Okay, so I want to eliminate that. If you need to make a change on the submission form that you've already submitted, call me and let me fix it on my side. That was a big challenge trying to get people's links and what have you. Now, hopefully, with the new mailing list that you fill out before a promise delivered launches, like I said, I'm going to get that done tonight. You're going to put an email address in there, and I should be able to find you on the mailer and send you what I need to send you, or send one email to everybody. Okay. The next thing, or the last thing that I'm going to hit on this is patience. Okay, patience. It is a virtue. It is part of what I do and try to do on a daily basis. People ask me all the time, how is it and why are you so calm when this is happening? Because I don't allow myself to get all flustered or overwhelmed because I don't like the feeling. It's a feeling that makes me uneasy. So I practice patience. Okay. So when we're doing loads, or like there's a few in here now that already asked the question, when am I going to get my 3? That should not be the first thought. The first thought is, how am I going to handle these funds that's getting ready to run through my family? Am I set up properly? Am I ready for this? Are you ready to have $200, $300, $400 a day coming at you? Do you have your account set up? Do you have other information ready? Okay. Like I said, a promise delivered, and the way I have this all set up, you will never have to ask that question. It's designed to do just that. Everybody that's coming in gets 2 brand new positions. Where are those brand new positions going? Under you. Under the new position that you have, and under the old positions that you had the first time we went through this. So yes, if you're in the old spot, you can reactivate it and people will be placed behind you. Okay? So with that being said, know that a promise delivered is going to generate a massive amount of positions. Okay? Every person creates 2. If there's 600 people on the family list, that's what's on the spreadsheet, there's 600. How many positions is that? 1,200. Okay? A little 600 people create 1,200 positions in behind you. So is there 3 people in there? Absolutely. So again, patience. Let what has happened and has kicked off the start happen, and trust me when I tell you, you will be pleasantly surprised very quickly. I'm going to retire a whole lot of people real quick. I would say less than a month. Some people are going to say, well, you know what? I'm making $300 a day. Do the math. What's $300 a day times every day for 30 days? 60 days. And you don't have to do a thing for it, but stay alive. All right. So patience. All right. The next thing, like I said, there's going to be a lot of documents come your way. You're going to see documents to set yourself up. I want everybody who is already signed up, if you haven't already, log into your back office and start looking at each one of those squares in your back office. Those things are what you're paying $150 for. Those are professionals that will fix those issues. You just turn in the documents and then they'll take care of the rest. You're going to get invited to many calls, okay? The uplines from me up all have their own call. I'll probably wind up with one as well. Don't want to, but I have to do what they ask, at least to support all of you, to make sure you have the information you need, the forms that you need, the education. There's training on everything back there. Everything. There's training calls for each and everything. You're going to be introduced to Brian Bean, he's an actual trainer. That's what his profession is. That's where I learned from. You're going to be going on his call. You're going to learn new techniques, new styles. At a certain point, you can take off and run. But like I said at the beginning of the call, A Promise Delivered is going to take care of that for you. So take advantage of these calls. Some of them are a little boring. You know, it is what it is. Information is boring, but at least you don't have to worry about running to a job. Okay? That's the last thing on the recording. I want to thank everybody who has watched this video. Get back with the person who turned you on to it. Make sure you stay humble, because without the creator and without each other, nothing happens.